about something that's really, really important. I want to talk about bees. So some people I know can be scared of bees, but really there's not a lot to be scared of about bees. They're really important. So I want to talk about the life cycle, how bees are. It's similar to the caterpillar. Remember the caterpillar and the butterfly, started off as an egg, and then it turns into hatches out into a little baby, but instead of calling it a caterpillar, it's called a larva, and then it's called a pupa, and then an adult bee. So again, that big word, metamorphosis. So a bee lays an egg, turns into a larva, a pupa, and an adult bee. So it goes through the metamorphosis again. And bees are really, really important. One of the things that we need bees for is to grow our food. So bees pollinate, that's another big word, our plants to help our vegetables and our fruit and our flowers grow. So if you guys have a garden, when you look out there, and it's starting now, they're starting to come out now, and then when it gets warmer, you'll see bees out there flying from flower to flower to flower, and that's a good thing because that's what makes our plants grow and our vegetables grow. So we want to have bees around. And did you know there's a lot of different types of bees? So this is a really cool book, and I like it a lot. I use it a lot when I'm teaching people about bees. So let's see. We'll go through it. It's really funny. So this is my best buddy, Edgar. We love all of the same things, like board games and dinosaurs and strawberries and honey. Why do you think he likes honey? Well, let's see. And of course, bees. Did you know bees make honey? Pretty cool, huh? Except that he doesn't really like bees. What? Sure you do. Didn't I tell you there are about 25,000 different kinds of bees to love? Look at all those types of bees. There's so many types of bees. Let's see what else. Then I told you all about the 3 types of honeybees. So honeybees make honey, and they have queen, they have their drones, and they have their worker bees. Ah, get away from me! If you blow gently on the bees, you make them scatter. Woo! Thanks. Like I was saying, I don't like bees. But why? Mostly because they're stingers and attached to venom sacs, which they cause the painful bee stings, the part that you told me last week. Uh-oh, look. You got stung by the bee. It's not good. But that was just one bee. Couldn't you still give bees a chance? Maybe you just need some time to get to know them. About millions of years. Did you know bees lived with the dinosaurs? What? In fact, honey from bees was found with Egyptians a long time ago. That's pretty cool. Perfect. Maybe you just need some honey. Bees make honey. Why are you telling me all this stuff? So you give bees a chance. Once you learn how great they are, you're bound to fall in love with them. Check out how honey is made. So the bee gathers the nectar, the juice inside the flower. He goes into its stomach, and then they break down the nectar into their hive, eventually forms the honey. Just 1 pound of honey takes 2 million flowers and thousands of bees to create. That's a lot of work, huh? Ah, too many bees. It looks like I haven't convinced you just yet. Nope, because I think they're gonna sting me. Oh well, bees do sting sometimes, but not because they're mean. They sting to defend themselves. So if a bird's gonna eat a bee, he doesn't want to get eaten, so he might sting. Or to avoid getting squished or smushed. So if you go to grab a bee, yeah, maybe, or step on a bee, maybe. In fact, many bees lose their stinger after attacking, which is sort of like your hand disappearing punch your sister, which you shouldn't do. Also, what are you wearing? Bee armor. That's not going to work. It was designed for dragons. I think it can handle bees. Well, there is a kind of armor that beekeepers wear. You see that? It's a beekeeper's suit. They have special pants and gloves and shoes and a net that goes over their face to protect them when they're getting the honey from the hive. You know, I love honey, but I'm willing to give it up forever to never see a bee again. That's kind of silly, huh? But giving up bees means giving up much more than just honey. Bees make our food, like I was saying. So in order for plants and vegetables and fruit to grow, they need pollen. And pollen makes the plants grow. So where the bees fly in, they collect all the little pollen on their back legs. So if you look closely at a bee, you see all that yellow stuff on their back legs, and they deliver it from plant to plant to plant. And that's what makes the plants grow. One bee can visit 1,000 flowers in one day. That's a lot of flowers, huh? Which means without bees, there'd be a lot less yummy stuff to eat. And bees are disappearing in large numbers. They need our help. We can help them. Okay, I take it back. I don't want bees gone. I even sort of want to help them, as long as they don't sting me. Planting flowers that get bees to your yard is a great way to make sure the bees stay around. So there's all sorts of different flowers you can plant. And when I go out to find the caterpillar eggs, I'll show you all the different kinds of flowers that make bees come to your yard. Hopefully, yes. But just approach a bee like you would a dog you don't know, right? You don't get too close and you don't touch it. Unless you're a flower, it should lose interest and fly away because it doesn't want to get pollen from you. You don't have any pollen, only flowers have pollen. And if more bees like you give bees a chance, they might as well have a chance to make the world a sweeter place. Now, have I told you how much I love bears? Uh-oh. So that's a fun book. It teaches you a lot about bees. And bees are actually good to have around. So the important thing is you just don't want to go up to a bee and grab it. Because that, might sting you if you grab it. But usually with bees, they don't care if you're there. They're just trying to do their job and get all the pollen. So I want to show you this fun little craft I like to make. This is one of my favorite things to make. And what I did was I made a beehive. So all this is cereal. So you can use whatever kind of cereal you want. I like to use honeycomb cereal because, well, bees. So I used honeycomb cereal and I glued it like in the shape of a hive. And then you take your thumb in yellow paint and you make thumbprints on your paper. And then you can have your grown-up decorate it like a bee. So it's like bees flying around the hive. So that's all about bees.